Hi everybody, my name is Lorraine. I'm with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I'm coming on today because I want to show you a fun dandy garden thank you card that I would like to make. This is a card I saw on the Stampin' Up! I think Instagram account actually, made by one of their Artisan Design Team members. So I'm casing that from her. So here is the card. Let me change my screen a little bit. I should say I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in New Hampshire, and I love to make cards. I love to share cards. I love to teach people how to make cards. So I'm really pleased that you have joined me. I'm sorry I have this shadow on my camera, but I'll see what I can do here to show you. So this is the card that we're going to make like this. I wasn't totally thrilled with those colors when I tried that. And then I made this black and white variety. So you actually make two cards at once. And I like that better. And I'm going to put a different twist on this black and white one. You'll see that in a little bit too. So this is the stamp that we're going to use. We could call this Way Back Wednesday instead of Throwback Thursday. This is a stamp, background stamp that's been around for a while, and I love it. I come back to it a lot. It's really pretty watercolored, and I like it in this technique too. So you need to use your Stamparatus for this because we're going to stamp our image two times, one on a piece of sweet sorbet paper and one on a piece of blushing bride paper. And I have one of the deluxe mats in here, and I know I want to line it up on that first dark line. All I did to figure this out was, well, I can show you. Let's see. I just place this stamp down where I want it, and I want it right up to the very top, and then pick it up with my plate. And I like to put a stamp case underneath my plate. It gives me a little bit of resistance as I ink it up. So I'm going to do the Blushing Bride one first. We're going to mat this card on a piece of gray granite. So I'm using gray granite ink, and I'm still at my daughter's, and when I'm here I use ink spots. I keep a whole bunch of ink spots here that I have from different kits, and paper pumpkins, and that I don't have to bring so many inks back and forth because I keep these here. Okay, so first I'm going to do this one. It's a little bit thick with a red rubber stamp and that deluxe foam mat, but I don't have the other mat with me, so I didn't want to take it out, and I'd like that to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to ink it up again. Sorry, this kind of makes a little bit of noise. We've had a little break in our hot temperature here. I don't know what it's like where you are, but it's not quite so hot here. Still a little muggy. Okay, and I'm going to put it down again, and it's going to be okay because I used my Stamparatus. It should be in the exact same place. I still have a flower there that I didn't get okay as much as I wanted. There we go. So that's one. Now I'm going to put my sweet sorbet one in the same spot. Funny story about the sweet sorbet. So I started out to make the card in this color, and I pulled out a piece of sweet sorbet and I put it with the Blushing Bride. Here it is. And I said, oh, I don't like that at all. Well, I had pulled out real red and didn't realize it till I went back in to put the extra piece away. It's like, oh, that's not sweet sorbet. So now I'm trying it with the sweet sorbet. make sure. The one thing with the spots, if you don't overlap your ink a real lot, you can sometimes see an edge mark from the edge of the little pad. Okay, let's make sure I'm lined right up. These two cards work up pretty quickly. I'm just giving it a really good press down. And that looks pretty good. I don't think I need to do that one again. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. Okay. And now I'm going to bring in my trimmer and I'm going to cut both of these pieces at the same time. They're the same size, and I'm going to cut them at 1 3/8. And I'm going to cut 1 3/8 off of this side and 1 3/8 off of this side, and then have a piece in the middle. And to be honest, I don't know what the piece in the middle measures, but it doesn't really matter because it works. Okay, so 1 3/8 is almost to the edge of this. Let me bring it down just a little. The very edge is 1 1/2, so it's pretty close. So I'm going to take those two off. This red one seems to be slightly different size. I may have to trim it just a tad. Well, we'll see what happens. Always when you're live is when things go wrong. Okay, so I have a gray granite card base, and I'm going to take one of the Blushing Bride, the middle Sweet Sorbet, and those should line up, and then the other Blushing Bride, and we're going to put those down just like that. That's really pretty. The shadow is not helping. Here, see if I can show it to you not in the shadow. And I'm just going to turn that over and use a little bit of my liquid glue. I do the two outer edges first and then put the one in the middle as centered as I can. And I find that looks pretty good. I know this has to be pretty close to the edge. There we go. And then I did this already. I'm loving those new stylish shapes. This is the thin banner. From those shapes you get circles, squares, and some banners. Put that there. Make sure I'm straight. Just use my grid paper a little bit to help me. I hope you cannot hear that dog snoring in the background. If you can, I guess snoring is better than barking, right? That's Mia. She's a sleeper. And this note of thanks, that's from the Wildlife Wonder stamp set. Note of thanks. I love the mixed font on this. So there's one card. Pretty quick. We'll just glue this one down quickly so I don't mess it up, and then I'll show you a slight variation on this. And truth be told, I haven't tried it yet, so let's hope it works. We shall see. Oh, here I am doing the middle one when I tell you I don't. usually do the middle one. I don't, but I can't talk and do things at the same time. Let's hope this is going to work out okay. Luckily, with the liquid glue, I have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. There we go. I'm sorry about those shadows. I've tried all the different lights in the house, moving different ones around. Don't tell my daughter. Good thing she doesn't watch too much. Hopefully she's not watching. I'm going to see a hi mom pretty soon if she is. But we can live with some shadows. It'll be all right. I do like this combination of the Blushing Bride and the Sweet Sorbet, and those are on gray granite. I had two card bases in my pack of gray granite, so one goes this way and one goes this way, but they both work. And then I would just put an inset inside. So let's bring the Stamparatus back in. I need to clean off my stamp because I'm gonna use a different color ink. Okay, I'm going to use some black ink, and first we're going to do it on a piece of gray granite. And the stamp is a little bit bigger than this 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of paper that I'm starting with, so it does get a little bit of ink off on the side. Okay, I'm going to use the Memento Black first. Put this back underneath. There we go. The original post that I saw, she did this with gold embossing on some cards. Oh, it was beautiful. But I don't have my embossing things here. I'm wishing that I did, but I don't have them. That magnet's going to be in the way. Okay. Let me get this down. That same flower. I wonder if this magnet is a little too close. There we go. Okay, there's one. Now I'm going to do it. I've got getting ink on me. Now I'm going to do it in on a piece of white. Let me just dry that off a little bit. Put my magnets back down. Okay. And do this. The Stamparatus makes it so easy to do a whole bunch of these before you know it. Oh, look at how striking that is, just in the white and the black. That is really, really pretty. Okay, this can get out of the way. And this, we need the trimmer again. Let's make sure these are the same size. Okay, this time I'm going to cut them diagonally. I'm going to go from top left to bottom right. And I'm cutting them both at the same time so that I know they will match up. And I don't want to mash that corner. I'm putting the corners right in the cutting channel. So I'm going to start inside that corner a little bit. Okay. I didn't cut. It didn't cut through. There we go. I should have done that. That's where I started. I should have just run it one more time there. Okay, and now we're going to use a white card base. I'm looking to see, oh, I can't find my bone folder. Okay, so now I'm going to do a white and a black like that. That would be really pretty if this were embossed in black and then that was on black embossed in white, the positive, negative. I think that would be really nice. Hi Carol, thanks for watching from Big White Mountain, British Columbia. Nice. I can't comment on if I've been there because my geography is terrible. And I don't think I've been to British Columbia, but I do love hiking in Canada and have been to several different places. Okay, so now we're going to glue this on. With just a little white border around it. Oh, I thought of this at the last minute, so I don't think I got any sentiment things ready. I'm going to leave a little white space in between. So there is that one. You have to tell me if you think I should, hello, Cookie from Ohio, hi Kathy, if I should use a pop of color for the banner and the note of thanks, because I'm going to do the same thing. Or if I should just do it with white and black, or should it have pink behind it? And I think I might have those two touch. I don't know. Do you like it with the space in between? Or do you like it with the two of them touching? I see one vote for pink. Okay. I have a piece of pink around here. I have a vote for touching too. So Carol, I don't think I've been to that mountain, but I'm going to have to look it up and put it on my list. And here's the other one. Here's a little polished pink. Oh, I have other people voted with a space. Well, I have one with a space, one without. I'm going to do a white, the note of thanks on white. That's for sure. Let me find that. And then we'll figure out what to do for the little banner. Oh, that's the wrong color. That's gray granite. I'm going to use black. I do like black and white cards. I feel like that almost always is a very striking look. Wondering where this piece of white came from. I hope that's cardstock. We are going to make it work. So these are those stylish shape dies. There's some more. There's squares and circles and then these banners. So that's the banner that I used. And I believe, yeah, I used the third smallest circle. So let me just cut these out quickly. Just next to the table. I hope you can still hear me. So we can, I might cut these out later, but just to illustrate the point, we could use a pop of pink. Or maybe on this design I would not put the banner underneath. Let's just try one of those on a pink circle and see how that looks. This is polished pink. That's one of my favorite pinks. So what do you think? The pop of pink? Well, that shadow's driving me crazy. I don't know about you guys, but or the white. I'm going to need some help on that decision. And do you like the diagonal better or the vertical? Let's see, I have a vote for white. Somebody else vote. I need 2 people to vote so that I don't have, I think this one's my favorite, with the 2 sweet sorbet and the 1 pink. Diagonal and white. White with maybe a circle mat of pink. Ah, that's an interesting idea. I have a couple of, these are just scraps from something else that I was making. But there's a little, obviously this is not, these fit with some of the layering circles. So I could do a scallop circle. I don't know. I think I'm going to do 1 white and 1 pink. And I think people will be pleased with whichever one they get. So that's just a quick fun card. It's easy to make. And you can do it in lots of different colors, lots of different styles. The diagonal, I was thinking about trying to do it horizontally even, but I didn't get around to that one yet. But you can see I was just playing with this and I've already made 8 thank you cards. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll give this kind of a layout a try. It was 1 3/8 for the cutting, and then this one is just a diagonal, and I am going to try this one with some embossing too when I get my embossing supplies here. Michelle, you like the blue in the pink. Ah, okay. Well, good. Something for everybody. This one's on soft suede and stamped in soft suede. This one is on crumb cake because I could not decide which one I liked better, if I liked the lighter or the darker. All right, I will see you guys soon. Please share this if you would like. Please comment. And if, oh, Carol likes the blue also. And if you need any help with Stampin' Up! Supplies or making a card, or you have a question, please reach out. I love to make cards and I love to talk about making cards. All right, have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.